I got some popcorn. If anybody would like some, I will chuck it in your general direction at the camera. There you go. It's sweet and salty. I didn't know which was your favorite, so I thought I'd have the best of both worlds so that I can please everybody. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Oh. The Elder Scrolls Online Global is that's a new Ouroboros.
Hello.
Flaming
and
Ouroboros.
to the 2021 Elder Scrolls Online Global Reveal. I'm Pete Hines, and along with the team at ZeniMax Online Studios, we're excited to show you what's in store for the coming year.
We're going to take you deep inside the Gates of Oblivion year-long adventure.
Look at that logo!
A first look at the big new chapter, the Elder Scrolls Online Blackwood.
Blackwood?
We'll share new details on the setting and the story, and we got some great gameplay to show off.
Now,
all
Matt,
right,
before you go, I understand
okay.
you've got something special for the community.
Indeed I do. Let's get started with the world premiere of our ESO Gates of Oblivion trailer. Check it out now.
Woo! Is that who I think it is? I think it might be. Another cinematic? They're doing 2 cinematics? For a second I was like, is that Lyris? But the breathing wasn't Lyris enough. Sounds weird that we know Lyris is breathing. But who's that? Too small for Lyris, yeah. She would have dwarfed all of these punks. Isabelle! Isabelle's really, really good at archery as well. The definition on her face as well. Don't touch the book. Don't touch the book, Isabelle. Don't do it. It's not good. We know what happens. Oh shit! Do we know the Red Guard lady? Am I like forgetting somebody really obvious? Is she the lady from the dungeon? Someone's after them. Is that who I think it is? That's the other question. Is that Lyran? I think it might be. I think it might be. She might represent the player. They've done that with a few of the trailers, where they put in somebody who's like the hero, so you can put yourself in their place. Such a good cinematic. Mehrunes Dagon! He back! He back! Well, okay then. So they actually got through to his realm?
Wow.
Already?
There is a lot to take in that trailer. So if he's after Nirn, that means
Keep your
everybody in
hands to
Tamriel
yourself,
is in danger,
Mehrunes.
right?
Always.
Keep your hands
Can't wait to hear more about that, but there's some other familiar faces in there as well, including a trio of pretty powerful women that we see in there. Tell us more about them.
Empowerment of Wood Elf women!
That's Evely Sharparrow. She's from Orsinium,
Evely.
and she has been one
Maybe
of
it's
the most
not Evely.
requested
I'll keep saying
bringbacks
Evely.
for a very, very long time. There's Lyrinth, who is a Dromora, and
Lyrinth?
she was
I've been
from
calling
the
her
base game
Lyranth
and
all this
Imperial
time.
City. And then we have a character who I will call the Imperial. And she represents the player, or the player's journey throughout the entire
you were
story.
right.
So where are players going to visit first?
You're going to spend a lot of time in the Blackwood area. And this area reaches from the southern portion of Cyrodiil all the way east
So
to
Gideon,
Shadowfell.
Leowyn, everybody
And
was
the main
right.
story takes
Nigel
you to
Forest.
bits and pieces of the Deadlands. You'll get to see it. But
nearly knocked
really
my
the
popcorn
focus on the
over.
Deadlands will be in the fourth quarter. So without spoiling things too much, I'll kind of set the tone where
We like a bit of
the
Daedra.
Longhouse Emperors entered into a pact with Mehrunes Dagon. And they wanted to rule all of Tamriel in his image. And so he decided that he would create 4 ambitions, or weapons of mass destruction, to give them that power. And of course,
It's in the book.
things go wrong, and it's up to the player
It's in the
to
Mysterium
discover
Xerxes,
what this
the
plan
relics.
is, what the ambitions are, and neutralize them to save the world.
This year's chapter, Blackwood,
Prologue?
is available for pre-purchase right now.
Oh, you can go buy it now. Go break the website, everyone. Go break the website. Pre-order.
Everyone who pre-purchases will immediately receive an in-game mount, and trust me, you don't want to miss out on this year's. We've got a new mount type this year. Get ready to travel across Tamriel on a well.
Hold up.
And anyone who pre-purchases before March will immediately receive a new and exclusive in-game pet.
Flamey
We
Bear.
have a few different ways to pre-purchase, catering to both new and longtime vets.
They
And
remind
with
me of
digital
the
collector's
Orcish mounts
edition
in Lord of the
upgrade,
Rings.
You can get even more awesome
wargs.
in-game exclusives. We've got all the info you need on our
Obviously
website, so
scaly.
be sure to check it out.
Help
Yeah, I
tell
thought they
that
were going to
story
say
of
flying
the
mounts
Gates of
too. I was like,
And it's going to be a very familiar cadence as well, where we have a dungeon DLC in quarter 1 and quarter 3.
would have been exciting, but I didn't think it would fit with Elder Scrolls
And
Online.
then the fourth quarter wraps up the entire season with a story DLC.
Like with the
And
others,
very
elsewhere in
first
Greymore as well.
It's called Flames of Ambition, and that's the dungeon DLC. One of the long requested features of our tutorials is to let players have their own choice in the story that they want to play in. So we did that this time around. You get to choose any of the stories from base game all the way through all of the chapters on where you want to
Oh,
go next.
yes.
You know me, I am always rolling new characters.
This is
and
what
starting
everybody
again,
always
and this
says,
seems like a really fun
because
way
if you buy
to get in
Somerset and you
start
start
a
with
new
Somerset,
experience
you
in
start
Elder
on
Scrolls
Somerset
Online.
Isle, and
So
it kind
Rich,
of feels
let's say
like
I'm
you've
somebody
missed the
who's fortunate
context
enough
of the
to get
base
their
game
hands on a
story.
Series
So
S or
yes,
Series
good
X or
change, thank
PlayStation
you.
5. What can you tell us about the next-gen version of
We love
Elder Scrolls
it.
Online?
So the familiar locations are really on the western portion of the zone, that Topol Bay area, and that contains the city of Leowyn, which you got to explore a lot of in Oblivion. It's going to feel very familiar, but slightly different. As you progress
I remember
east throughout the zone,
watching
as
my
you get
dad
closer
walk
to
around
Shadowfen,
Leowyn.
There's more bogs, more
I'm just thinking it
swamps,
was
and this is
the
where it
prettiest
starts
place.
to be our kind of own thing. And we're going to take you to Gideon, which hasn't been seen since 1994 in Arena.
Now, we got to know
Oh,
the
yeah.
Gajit in the Elsewhere chapter. Now
was
we're
the only
heading
place
to
it
the
was
home
shown.
of the Argonians. So what can you tell us about what we should expect?
So this is not the first time that we've explored Argonian culture. We did some of that in the Murkmire DLC. Deadlands in the Blackwood chapter is going to feel very familiar.
It's
that
a lovely,
iconic fire
vibrant
and
place.
brimstone, jagged edge environment that you got to see and
Full
explore
of
in
fairies and
Oblivion.
unicorns.
You're going to get to explore instances or pockets of it as you progress throughout the main story. So kind of like Clockwork City, you're transported there, you go and you kind of do your thing.
How big a deal is the Daedric Prince in this year's adventure?
He's the anchor for the entire year. It's
The
all
big
about him
baddie.
and his latest scheme to take over Tamriel.
And he's such a big deal, we actually have him here in the ZOS studio.
That's going to look
Ah,
amazing.
is this collector's
in the house.
statue?
They'll look amazing in any place.
Is this collector's statue? Don't do this
Dagon
to
has a ton
me.
of followers, and some of whom we saw in the
hench.
trailer. Will players encounter a lot of worshippers while they're playing the game?
A lot of people have asked me what's different about Dagon in the second era compared to
Oh,
the Dagon
he's
we encountered in
swole.
Test 4.
I didn't realize
The
he
truth
was
is,
that
princes
big.
are bound to their nature, but the plans evolve. In our time period, Dagon hasn't exactly figured out all the delicate science that let him pull off the Oblivion crisis. But he's learning, and that's never good. Will you learn more about him through the Blackwood and
Can you
Gates of
imagine
Oblivion
how
story?
cool that's going to be in
Yes.
game?
Can I give you the specifics?
Like,
Absolutely not. Spoilers, right? I will say that over the course of the year, you'll get a better sense of who Dagon is as a character.
Rich, I wonder if you want to let them all in on what you've been working on.
I'm
Rich, what are
very
you up
excited
to?
to announce that we'll be introducing companions later this year. And companions are adventuring buddies. They're unlocked via Blackwood through quests.
Woo, 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 woo,
And they
woo.
provide utility and support for players as you explore the world of Tamriel.
Permanent.
Once unlocked, you can level them up. You can have dialogues with them. You can equip them with gear, set their combat behaviors and abilities. They'll be your permanent companion from here on out if you choose.
That sounds awesome.
It's happening, we're
what
getting
should
a
I expect
Lydia!
from a companion, especially a guy like me who plays Elder Scrolls
We're
Online.
getting a Lydia!
You're always going to have somebody there
Oh,
for you. If you need a little bit of extra healing or a little
that's
bit
a
extra
really
damage or
nice
tanking,
idea.
you have somebody there in your pocket, so to speak. And you can use them pretty much everywhere.
Oh, and they'll
except for
actually come
maybe
and fight with
PvP.
you as well?
But we'll go into a lot more of those and have a deep dive as we get closer to...
Will they carry
chapter
things
launch.
for me? And my ridiculously overfull inventory will be saved? That's cool though that you can get to know them and like
And that's a wrap.
figure out
Thanks to
character
Rich,
backstories.
Lehman, and CJ for
No, don't
sharing
go.
so
Tell
many
us more.
exciting details about Gates
Don't
of
leave
Oblivion.
us.
Well,
Hi,
hello,
Gina.
everybody.
Hi,
How
Jess.
much did you enjoy that reveal? It was
Very
awesome,
much,
right?
Gina.
It was great. Park yourselves right here. Get comfy.
I'm comfy.
And we're
Your
gonna
favorite
take
snack and beverage?
I
grab
got
a snack.
Do
You're
you
gonna be
want
with us
some?
for a little bit.
Just have
and
some
Let's take a
popcorn.
look at what we have in store for today's show. The dungeon pack coming in Q1 of this year. It includes 2 4-player dungeons. So we have Black Drake Villa and the
Ooh.
Cauldron. And we're actually going to be showing you a preview of
Cool.
these dungeons a little bit later in the show.
And of course, the big baddie that we saw in the teaser trailer and
Swole.
tonight, Mehrunes Dagon
Daddy Dagon.
in all
Mm.
his glory.
Oh, look at. We're not. We're
Look
not
at-
going to
look
start
at those
thirsting
abs.
over Dagon here.
Look at the abs.
It's not going to happen. It's
I
not
started thirsting before they did, so there you go.
gonna wash
His
some
abs are the size
dirty
of my whole
clothes on those
body.
abs later.
Mm.
Moving on.
Have
I
here
quite
shows
like
you
this
order
format
of
because there's
throughout the
always
year.
something to look forward to.
The Q3 DLC
It's not like the
will be
expansion
dungeon
drops and then it's all over for another year or two. So I like that they just trickle out the content slowly.
plans.
So I'm just gonna hit a button here
What's he
and
gonna
make
do?
everybody kind of like go, oh my god. So
Oh my god.
this is a major update
Woo!
regarding a system that's been in the game for a very long time. The champion system has been in Elder Scrolls Online
I'm listening.
years. And its initial goals to provide a means to progress your character beyond level 50.
I think I know what they're doing.
We've had a capped at A10 for a very long time. And people have said, you know, when are we going to get an update? When are we getting something? And it's been real hard trying not to say, we've been working on it for a while.
It's coming.
So,
Yeah, because progression feels.
Oh my god, they're finally
yeah,
doing
yeah.
it.
And this is something that we wanted to tackle from several avenues. And you see where it says add to champion bar to activate?
Show me, Brian.
What?
That's where you actually drag it to this top bar up here. I know everybody's looking at this top bar going, what is this?
What is it?
See, I assumed
it's,
those were like waypoints as you
it's
level
a
up and then
means
you
to tackle
unlock
two
another
things at
passive or
once.
something, but
One
what?
is performance. So
This is
it's
a massive
a lot.
rework. Like,
And to
So
be
we're limiting
clear,
that
this
to
will
12.
completely change the
I was
way
gonna say,
that
like,
combat
that
works
bar up
and
there, I'm
that specs
pointing with
work.
my mouse like everybody can see it. The bar, the champion bar up there. I see people asking.
I'm not really
like,
going to
"Is
know
everybody
what I
gonna
think
expect
until I
this?"
can do
Like,
the
it's-
number crunching
Think of it
on
like
PTS.
your ability.
3 sub constellations per constellation.
Oh,
So
what, there's
this
sub
gives us
constellations.
lots
Okay, I
of
take it back
room
now.
to expand.
I take it back. I knocked
But you
over my
can say in this
popcorn.
case, like, here's some healing taken, and here's another slottable for crit resistance, which we didn't want to make it all about combat. That was sort of one of the things
okay.
that CP
So this
1.0
isn't
had a
for
little
damage
bit
dealers?
that it touched on,
Or stamina.
with being
Stamina
able to,
even.
yield double.
Because that's interesting because I saw the
and this,
green, blue, red, and
again,
I
this UI
assumed that
is
was a
gorgeous.
tree that
They did an
increases your health and
amazing
makes you
job on it.
tankier,
And
a tree that's
these are it for the
damage
constellations. There's
magicka
no,
based, and then a tree that's
There's the other
stamina
six.
damage
This is
based.
a 3, but again,
But,
we're going from
okay.
36 choices. But you can see that there's a new stat here
Oh,
that
physical
everyone's got
penetration.
on their screen. Spell pen. We know that there's a lot of people that play the game
That really enjoy physical penetration. There's a lot of people in the game that really want that, you know.
PC for a long time.
Sorry.
That gives them
Sorry, Brian.
more
Sorry.
stats. You had to like really dissect all this stuff.
Yeah, like it.
And it wasn't. enough
I've never been
information
sure what those
that
numbers
people
mean,
were
to be
getting.
honest. Like, even
So
as
that's
somebody
why we
who's played the
felt
game
like,
for years, I've
you
just
know
been
what?
like,
We should give it
I'm
these
just
stats
gonna
by
slot
default.
whatever it tells me to in
Because
my
a
build
lot of
guide.
people use
Like,
that
I don't know
model.
why I'm doing
And it's
this.
great to
And when
just
I
say,
look at
you
the
know what?
stats, like, it doesn't really
Doesn't
make
matter if
sense
you're
to
on
me
PC or
And
console.
I have a degree in games
Now's the
design,
go.
by the way, if
Next up,
anyone's new here.
And
So I'd
that's-
just be
yeah.
like,
Build your
And it
character.
is
cool.
on PC and console, which
I
is
don't know the
awesome.
relevance of that percentage. Like, where is that coming
Yeah,
from?
give everybody access.
And everything.
More
So
stuff to
breaking
show
it
on
down
people's
makes it so
YouTube
much
videos
easier.
about
I think a lot of people will see this and think they are taking away
last
options,
thing
but they're actually
about
trying to do the opposite.
armor.
Like, they're trying to give more meaningful choices.
think
Just
about,
because they might have reduced the number of
armor
constellations,
and Elder Scrolls.
it doesn't mean they're reducing how much
Mainly
choice you have.
in-
So it's going to be a pet this year. It's called the Unstable Morpholith. This is a floating pet. You can't really tell
pet
from the
this-
screenshot, but he does kind of float
Okay.
around here. So again, this is replacing the Indrik mount that you learned to know and love from last year. Starting with Mid-Year Mayhem this month,
It's shiny.
you can collect your event tickets.
Is it going to be
use the
different
event
colors
tickets
throughout the year?
Sario for fragments. This requires
Like blue,
3 fragments
green,
to combine,
red,
and you get this
orange.
pet. But the really cool thing about this pet is you can morph it into other things as we have more and more events this year. So the first morph that you'll be able to do by the end of Q1 this year is the Deadlands Scorcher skin. Looks like this.
What do they mean
You
by?
may have seen it at a couple Impresario
As in, like,
locations
we keep
recently.
building
Just
the
a little-
pet
just a
and then
little
it gives
tease.
us that
So If
skin?
you happen to see these guys standing around, this is the skin that you'll be able
Very
to morph
shiny.
the pet into. Because why not? Let's just morph some
You
pets,
morph
right?
the pet into a skin.
So basically,
Okay,
you're
yeah,
gonna
let's go with
collect
it.
3
Yeah.
separate fragments using event tickets again during Q1 events. Use those.
And then we
to
morph it
then
into a
morph your
mount?
pet into this skin. So what's also really cool is the skin is the first thing that you can morph in Q1. Q2 is going to be a personality. Q3
Okay. Fiery
is gonna be
personality?
a mount.
Ah.
Q4, get ready for this. It's a house. We're gonna morph your pet into
A
a
whole
damn
house.
house. So
I'm just imagining,
each
like,
time you wanna
my
morph, you
little
have- just like the
baby
Indrik, you have to start with
cub
the base
pet
one. So
becoming a
this is the
house. You
pet,
know, that's
and
the
then you can
natural
morph
evolution of
into
animals. They become houses. Okay.
So
It's
looking
similar.
forward.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say we're looking forward to.
It
kinda
doesn't
showing
make
you
sense,
exactly
but
what
I
this
am
all
living
looks
for it.
like
Yes,
as the
please.
year progresses. We did it! It's out. We can finally talk about it.
Woo!
I feel like it's been a secret for so long.
I know. This will be a really fun year.
Yes.
Can't
thanks,
wait
everyone,
to experience it with you all again. Have a great week.
for sure. Thank you all so much.
Bye. Thank you. Are they gonna play the? Yeah, they're gonna play cinematic again. Oh, okay. My brain is like absolute mush right now. I just feel like that was so much information, so much cool information, so much exciting stuff. But I'm still like processing it. So, what were your highlights from the reveal event? Let me know. If you are on YouTube, leave a comment below about what you're most excited about. I'm obviously very excited for the story and where the story is going because it's been teased for so long. They were so mysterious about where they were going with it. We had an idea, of course. We knew it was going to be, you know, Mehrunes Dagon because we saw him at the end of the first cinematic, but we weren't sure which zones we were going to. There was all sorts of theory crafting going on across the internet. People saying Skingrad, Leowyn, Gideon, but in the end, you know, we got Leowyn. They did also say we got Gideon as well, and going and exploring those really nostalgic zones, but in a completely different time period, is something that I think a lot of the older players are going to appreciate too. But it's not going to be as you know it. As with all ESO things, it's going to be a completely different time period. So that's always really interesting to go through. So I'm very excited story-wise. I think we've got some really strong main characters. Iveli, I'm always going to like. Lyranth is very sassy and she's got her own kind of dynamic going on. I'm very interested to see how Lyranth gets on with Iveli. Because Iveli is very like happy, bubbly, innocent, you know, happy-go-lucky. At least she used to be. She kind of toned herself down a little bit after the Rothgar story. But I'm interested to see. I think they'll just snap at each other. I'm really excited about the companion system. Chat is saying companions. Yeah, honestly, that really stands out to me. I didn't expect that. I did not see that coming. That they would introduce a whole new system for companions. But it makes sense. It makes so much sense. It just gives you something else if you're venturing alone. Feels like you have someone else in your party, someone else backing you up. And then I think the opportunity to get close to your companions and learn their stories is really cool as well. I would like to get to know their backstories. I'm getting distracted by very, very swole Dagon over here. Sorry. I've lost my line of thought. Ooh, oh, there we go. But yeah, companions I think will be just a very good feature for anyone who does PvE content. And they did say not in PvP, and that makes complete sense to me. Everybody immediately, as soon as we were watching it, was like, Lydia. I want Lydia. Look, I hate to break it to you, but Lydia is not alive in this time. So she's not around, unfortunately, but maybe we'll have a Lydia-esque companion, you know, just called something different that basically looks like Lydia. I wouldn't put it past them. Lydia's ancestor, Lydia's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother. There you go. But Humes, thank you so much for spending the night watching with me. It's always really fun to watch it with the community. I definitely prefer it to going in the Bethesda chat and it just being like this massive spam. So thank you for theory crafting with me, for getting hyped with me, and coming to our cozy corner of the internet for the reveal.